welcome to another Tiny Car Chat. I haven't done this in like a year, I feel like. I am a new person. The last time I did a Tiny Car Chat, I feel like I was living somewhere else, and yeah, it's been a while. So, welcome back to the Tiny Car Chats. I know you missed them. I'm kidding. I don't know if you did. But here it is if you don't know what it is. Basically, I used to do a lot of little tiny card chats about things that I've learned in life and such. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about your glowed up ex. Now, this podcast is something that I started because well, there was a lot to talk about. I wanted to talk and explore my friends' lives and showcase the gold that my friends are. Like, watching my friends glow up, as in grow up and, like, step into the woman or man that they are supposed to be or want to be in this life. It's just a beautiful thing. And so that is why I started this podcast. And like, I got your glowed up ex from, obviously, because you know, I am an ex to some people, and I have glowed up. And so I thought it was a funny, catchy name. But it has nothing to do with getting back at an ex or like revenge or like anything that's in that sort of tone. The tone of this podcast is very much focused on growth, personal development, emotional intelligence, relationships with ourselves, including, you know, romantic relationships and friendships. It is not just about exes. And yeah, I just wanted to make that very clear. So if you're very interested, if you're interested in checking this out, if you're going through a transition in life that's a little difficult or a little rocky, this podcast is for you. It is made and created by me because I really wanted to help people. And when I was going through crazy transitions in life, I would always go to podcasts. Hey, person that is walking by. I would always go to podcasts to learn about, you know, emotional intelligence or just like learn from other people's stories, because you can learn a lot just by listening to someone's story. And it made me feel way less alone with what I was going through at the time. And I realized my issues weren't really just mine, and it was a lot of other people's as well. So this podcast is constantly changing because the people on are constantly changing. So every episode is very different because everyone's story is very different. But yeah, tune in on Apple and Spotify. You guys, we are 70 listeners away from reaching a goal that I would love to reach, and it's like one of my main goals. So please, when you do listen, because I know you will, I would love if you could follow this podcast and rate and review. Be honest. I love to hear your feedback. If it's gonna be rude, then whatever, you know. I am good at doing this, but I'm also good at taking in critiques, you know. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what tea is interesting to you to listen to. Do you prefer topics? Do you prefer biographies? Do you prefer just interviews, or do you prefer a whole schlang conversation back and forth? You know, let me know. But have a great day, and I better see your face watching this podcast. I better see your face watching this podcast. Did that make sense? No? But we're gonna just go with it, and you understand what I mean, right? Like, I better... No. I'm just gonna end this now. Have a great day! Sincerely, your glowed up ex.